Hey, how you doing, everyone? Force Raider here, and welcome back to another episode of From the Depths. They've done some updates since the last time I played this. One of them they did was a water physics update, so now there's a wave factor, and it changes with the different weather patterns that you'll experience throughout the map. It was kind of a problem at first, and then either last night or today they released another update fixing some stuff with air pumps. Apparently there was some kind of bad math going on if you had more than one air pump in a room, which, you know, if you build in mirror mode, you might have kind of gone ahead and placed more than one air pump and not really cared because it didn't really affect anything before, but then it did, and then they fixed it. So some kind of weird deal where it would calculate up how much buoyancy you had, and if there was another pump in the room, it would screw it up, so then your ships might start sinking because of it. But hey, they got it. They got it. And speaking of what we got something nice and shiny, and oh my god, what was that sound? That was particularly loud for me. But anyway, I'll show you what I was talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome aboard the FRS Autorite. I built a new ship, and a particularly big one. In fact, so big that I had issues and kept having to reshape the body because I wanted to add, you know, more room inside so that I could have more air so it would float better. And it still wouldn't float correctly, so then I put this underwater drive here to keep it afloat. And it doesn't really use like a terribly large amount of engine power. You see right there, it doesn't use a lot, and I think it's relatively fuel efficient. All of these turrets are advanced cannons. We have our anti-float system, and she has a like a triple layered hull, one outer layer of steel, the middle layer is the heavy armor, and then another layer of steel on the inside. It's pretty robust, which is why it kept sinking and I had to add an underwater drive. And I think it has a rather unique looking ass. If you take a look at the way I did these blocks here for a little bit of accent, it has a weird effect on my eyes because it just caves on in like that. It's weird. It's like it has butt cheeks. This has a turning drive all the way around, which makes it turn relatively nicely. And I'm not totally sure about this front end. I think it looks really cool, but I could not think of what it reminds me of. And I think maybe like the Fire Nation ships from Avatar kind of had a look similar to that. I might be wrong. It's like there might be a picture, like I want to say right there. Yeah, right there. There should be a picture of one of those ships from Avatar. Let's do a real quick tour. So if we go in this door, no, those door. There we go. You can see we've got some stairwells. These go to the upper deck over here by the conning tower and behind one of the turrets. And look, it's the bridge. For once, I finally made a different bridge. It kind of looks a lot like the regular bridge, but at the same time, you know, kind of not. I should have turned off the shields, but to be able to show this off, but whatever. So here's the bridge. You have your fire control computer. There's helium generators in here so that, you know, give it just a little bit of extra buoyancy. I don't know if it would really do any good. I know they got some stuff kind of doubled up in here. And then over here is the emergency switch for the anti-sync system. So hit that real fast. Boop! Look at all these balloons. God. It's like a shitty birthday party with balloons that literally look like they have shit on them. Bye-bye, balloons! A bunch of balloons in the shape of the ship! And that's pretty much all that's up here. You know, if you go behind the stairs, there is one of these little respawn beacons. which I'm sure will be useful. I've never really made use of them, but I thought it seemed like a good idea at the time. Before we go further into the ship, I'll just show off like what else is on the deck. We have the gimbal turrets here, which if I go ahead and take control of the guns, these were made by my friend Jeffrey the Sheep One. I modified them a little bit and got them all painted up. And as for these advanced cannon turrets, Jeff also made these. Now, I did a little bit of modification, made the barrels a little longer to increase the accuracy. They seem to turn relatively quickly for cannons these big. And of course they have their own detection equipment on board. I even put this little ring around this bottom one to kind of keep the water out back when it was sinking a bunch. But I liked it, so I left it on there after we solved that problem. I also did the armor on these myself. They were a little iffy when I got them, so they didn't really operate correctly. So a little bit of tweaking, I managed to get it going. And thankfully, because Jeff helped me out with advanced cannons, I was able to learn how to make better advanced cannons. Is that a block that I forgot to paint? It's on both sides. Probably missed it because it was behind the shield. I got these nice anti-air guns. There's 8 per side, and each one counts as 2 guns. So it's technically 16 on each side, which is 32 anti-air advanced cannons total. Yeah. Finally, we have proper anti-air. You know, there's some neat little bits here and there. You have the anti-floats. You have the anti-sink system all over the place with these balloons. A few repair bots here and there. And things like these searchlights. And these are like some kind of detection equipment. It was really hard to get them to place right here. But you know, they look like spyglass or telescope or whatever. So I thought it'd be cool to have up on the deck here too. Now we're going to take a tour of the rest of the ship. You can see there's not a whole lot in this room either. This has got these little windows. Jeff made these really nice looking windows that you can't totally see because of the shield there, but they weren't centered, so I had to make them as prefabs and then place them over a little more so that it would line up with everything. But I think they look rather nice. Even if one of them is badly blocked in, you can't really see out there. Oh, wait, I think you can see out of this one. Yes! I can see the ocean! Aha! In here is the AI in this big room. And you can see inside here. I know it almost seems unnecessary to have all of these general processing cards on these 4 different AI. But we have so much detection equipment because I decided to put one on each gun. I think it was because Jeff suggested that they made the guns more accurate. And hey, why not? You know, more detection systems. It's gotta help somehow, right? And then right here you'll see that the Autorite has its main gun AI, the missiles, torpedoes, and the anti-air guns. And it's a nice way to kind of turn stuff on and off. For weapons that I don't need. Obviously I don't need torpedoes to take out enemies in the air. Now here is the turret room. I'm not totally sure which one this one is. I want to say this is the one with the rear. Yeah, it looks like it might be the one with the rear. There's not really a whole lot going in here. You know, you have the big turrets. They kind of phase into each other. That was an accident. Didn't mean to do that. But hey, you know, if they turn, why not? This is the engine room, where we have some pretty decent sized engines. I don't really know if this helps having all of these batteries with these electric engines. It adds it to the total amount of engine power, but not to like what's available. So I don't know if these are for something else, but I got them. Not totally sure know if I'm using them correctly. Yeah, this stairs also goes into another section up here, which is just the turret rooms. But if you go down here... Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the fuel and ammunition production room. I don't think there's anything... Yeah, there's nothing further back that way. We'll just close that. Go all the way down to the end of the engine room. Oh, what's this? What's this? What are these lights out here? They're red. What could this possibly mean? It means we're at red alert. Quickly, get to the war room. I think this is kind of cool. I tried to decorate it up as best I could with a bunch of stuff that didn't work and was just purely decorative, and then some stuff that does do things that I made sure that they didn't do things. Especially like this scrapper at the center. Like some kind of weird light dome with the lasers pointing into it. And then all of these, what looked like, I guess, radar stations or something. I thought they were pretty cool. Originally, all of this was just going to be part of the engine room. But with the cool looking stairwells and everything, Jeff suggested that I turn it into a war room. So I did, and to kind of pay homage to the person that is the reason that I play this game, all hail Rob as King of Sweden, even if he doesn't like being called the King of Sweden because he thinks it's cringy now. I built this little table where I can put a picture here and put like a map or something. That's what I think I'm going to do later, but I didn't take the time to make that in Photoshop yet before I got on here. So, there's something for later. But I believe he had a very similar looking, like, war table in his ship, the Ragnarok. Except his doesn't, like, elevate up. I don't think his looked as nice as mine does, but that's probably because he only meant to show it, like, once or twice, and I just wanted something cool. That's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot else in this ship. In fact, that might be faster if I just go this way. Up the stairs. In the engine room. I mean, not the engine room, the turret room. One of them. One big, huge turret room. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I couldn't get it to float properly. This big freaking turret room. Oh! Oh no! I have phased through. I didn't install an elevator. What is this witchcraft? Time for a little bit of a weapons test. Yeah, the missiles are a little irritating. But I think the anti-air guns fire pretty decently. And the turrets are relatively quick. Oh, I still had a single round in all the barrels. Interesting. Yeah, that's an issue. The railing's always getting shot. But at least it looks cool. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. Don't anybody panic. We're good. Even if I've never heard that water sound effect before. Needless to say, these gimbal turrets need a little bit of extra work. Let's see how fast she goes. Okay, she's topping around like 16, 17. I've been able to get it higher, but since they changed up a little bit more on the wave physics and whatnot, this part of the water drive doesn't quite make it in the water all the time. And when it does, then we get a nice little speed boost. Time to see how good it does in the campaign. Our resources are kind of stretched pretty thin with all of our outposts that are gathering resource kinda far away. This is the only one we've got. This is the only one we have up here, so this is gonna have to be our staging ground for the most part. I've gone ahead and brought the expeditionary force up here, and now they've been split apart so that I can go ahead and kind of restructure them a little bit. Things weren't going too well. It was just too big and lagging out the game, so I need to go ahead and somehow make it smaller, and I'll make the Autorite the new flagship for that. In the meantime, the Scarlet Dawn have moved in and knocked out a couple of our info baskets and are taking back some of their tiles. The forces here are pretty weak, though. Most of them can be taken out with just this composite force here, which I am going to do exactly that. I'll send the composite force out as soon as I set up a new expeditionary force. Oh great, I'm not even like in a stormy tile and already I hear thunder. When I first got the ship into the game, I somehow ended up spawning in the war room. And when I got outside, it was storming and the waves were clearing the top of the ship. I was like, oh my, how do they expect anything to not sink in this game? There we go. Okay, I'm in the war room again. That's fine. I'll just hang out in the war room. Why not? Where is everybody? Oh, there go the missiles. Oh, that's probably why everything's kind of freaking out a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Is that the Oscord just going into battle? What is that? No, the Oscord is right there. That's the one of the Kolkata, and then... Wait. Okay, I mistook one of the enemy for a narco. Is it the similar paint jobs? There's the rampart in the distance. It looks so tiny compared to the Autorite. Come on, Gimbal missiles. Do your thing. Do what you were destined to do. Shoot the enemy! What's going on? Why is it not firing? And this thing just rammed my ship. And you guys didn't do anything about it. I mean, it died from it. Or it looks like it died from it. Yeah, it's dead. Oh, there go the gimbal missiles. Jeez, the Scarlet Dawn designs are really trippy, to say the least. Oh, we are hitting them. Because that's my flak. They can have all the flak they want. Oh, the main guns are firing. Can they contact? Oh, they did! They did! Haha! Alright guys, can we, maybe hurry this up? Chop chop. Yay! Battle finished. Crashed the game. Yeah, that was cute. Oh! Oh, that's interesting. Between when I started playing and when the game crashed, there was an update. Wait, this can't be the missile update. There's no way. Can it be? Huh? You update. Okay, they regressed a lot of stuff in here because something they did made a lot of things unstable. Huh. Oh, what? Missiles. Oh, there are a bunch of stuff they did to missiles. Oh, I gotta redo this fight. Alright. Well, nobody needs to see this fight over again. Oh, wow. Seems to be running a lot faster. Okay, just as I say it lags out. It ran better for like all of 5 seconds. I don't know, never mind, it's coming back. Maybe it's when I move the camera. How different do the missiles look? It said there was some stuff that was visually different about them. Oh, well, torpedoes look different. Oh man, that looks cool, actually. I mean, they kind of changed up how the fins look on them. They look more uniform, I guess. That sounds about right. Would you like to be? Yes. Oh god. Alright, what's this one? Lanikia? Another Lanikia. A Stardust. And a Cosmos. Oh, okay. Alright, this should be fine. Begin! Oh, yeah, I remember you. Hey, wait a minute. The spelling of that changed between the updates? Kinda felt like it did. Lanikia. Is this thing tipping over? There's like no way. I hope the sub-vehicles start crashing into each other between the two of those ships, because this has potential to be funny. Somebody give me some popcorn. Oh, I think they are gonna crash. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh, that's not fair. It phased through. What the hell is this shit? No collision physics between enemies. What? Freaking god rays coming down on my ship. They're targeting the ammo. Oh, come on! Oh, they made it through the hull armor. They get to the ammunition stockpile? Yeah, they did. I gotta move that. may not be located in like the best place. Oh, and the game crashed again. It was just getting me some chips and it crashed again. Look at this. Twice. And the game crashed on me. I was fighting a couple of Lanikia, which were the big enemies that have like 6 little bitty sub-vehicles floating around them. And I guess something in that fight was too much for the game to handle. Might be because my munitions on the Autorite blew up. So yeah, I may need to do something about that. Change around where the material and ammunition is stored in the ship. It might be a good idea to spread it out into smaller portions. But it was fun. I got to finally use this thing. I've been working on it for a real long time. And it performed okay. I saw some issues that I need to address, and I will do that in the next video. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, or if you just have an opinion voice, why don't you go ahead and leave your comments down below, and I'll get back to making more awesome videos for you guys. Later.